Hi, I'm Paul. By the way, in this video, anything that I say is not true, but it is also true. It's not wrong and it's not right. But what it is perfect, because it can't be anything other than perfect. Because what is what is. If you're going to argue against what is, then that isn't what is. But some of the things I'm going to mention in this video are some of the things that we take too literally in non-duality. We focus too much on one thing and not the other. Like there is no mind, and yet there is a mind. There also is no mind, but there is a mind. From the perspective of the mind, there is a mind. And then this is kind of like saying to somebody who's having negative thoughts, and you're saying there is no thoughts. But from their perspective, there is thoughts. Definitely thoughts. I think the idea of this really is to not identify with the thoughts or the mind. And even if we don't identify with them, they still appear. Like I've said before, you can't entirely get rid of thoughts. But this identifying with the thoughts is just basically saying, oh, I'm having these intrusive negative thoughts, or they're appearing to me, but they're not me. And this is kind of hard for people to understand because of duality. In a way, we can also say this as if I was to wave my hand, then I'm experiencing my hand waving, but I am not the hand. The hand is part of me, and this is where the non-duality comes in, but it is not me. Some of the other things that we say is there's no such thing as the outside. There is no outside. There's no earth. There's no universe. No stars. No nothing. Just mind. And this isn't entirely true either. There definitely is an outside. There can't be up without a down. There can't be light without dark. It's all just one. Both the light and the dark. No separation, no boundaries. So there is an outside, but you are the outside. There is an inside and you are the inside. There's no separation between you and the outside. So both you internally and you externally is both the whole, the outside, the inside. But we've also got to respect that there is also some separation. But this is all down to the perspective that you're in. Everything's the opposites. It both is and both isn't. Just depends from what perspective. Let's just say that there's two trees over there. And if we want to be serious about non-duality, we can say that, well, both them trees are one tree. There's no separation between the trees. One of them's an apple tree and one of them is an oak tree. But you've got to make some sort of separation, or else you're going to be picking the apples from the oak tree. So in that perspective, when I want to pick apples from the tree, I've got to separate the two trees, or else I'm really going to get confused. But the point is there is a knowing inside. but there isn't a separation, that there's no boundaries from you to the outside. But you have also got to accept that there is an outside. In the same way that you're having intrusive thoughts, if you keep on saying to yourself, no, there's no thoughts, no, not having thoughts, I'm not having thoughts, then they are going to carry on. Because you're just trying to reject them. Like, keep on banging into a wall until you realize that the thoughts aren't you. Don't know if I said that right then. Try and explain it better. If you keep on rejecting your thoughts, you might get away with it for, I don't know, an hour, a day. Yeah, these thoughts don't exist. Yeah, I'm going to carry on with my business and these thoughts don't exist. But then you're just going to walk into them again and then they're going to appear. And then you're going to try to reject them. Same as a mind. People do this with a mind. There's no mind. No mind. And then something bad happens or something happens and then all of a sudden there's your mind. And then you try hardest to reject your mind again or the bad thoughts, and then you get away with it for a while and then we come back. The point is to see them, to face them, to accept that it couldn't be any other way. So them horrible intrusive thoughts are perfect. It couldn't be any other way. Having the mind, perfect. By accepting that it just is the way that it is, you stop wandering off from the here and now. So if I have some bad thoughts and then start going, no, it isn't happening, all I'm doing is sending my mind somewhere else. I'm not accepting what is. The main point of non-duality is this is it. All in one. There isn't anything other than this. So whatever I'm saying right now isn't wrong. And it also isn't right. It's just perfect. I did have somebody say to me once that even awareness doesn't exist. No such thing as awareness. Consciousness, it isn't real. It's not actually there. But I suppose I heard a story. I didn't hear a story. I'm actually making it up right now. But anyway, I heard a story. God does exist. But he's so deep far down in the ocean that nobody has ever been able to reach him. Not even cameras. Well then, how do you know he exists in the bottom of the ocean? This is the same as awareness. If there was no such thing as awareness, how do you know? Sorry. So the thing is, with awareness, we can't really deny it. We can look at our mind and it starts to dissolve and disappear. We can look at our thoughts and they change. We can look at all these negative thoughts and they do go away or they change. We can look at who we think we are with thoughts or identification, and when we was 10 we was one person and when we was 20 was another. But our awareness has always been the same. You could go into meditation and meditate your mind away and meditate everything away. Everything can disappear. You can get rid of a whole lot. In meditation, eyes closed, no sensations, no experiences, no nothing, but one thing you will still have is awareness. Yes, I don't really have a lot to say more, but some of the main points I did want to point out was it's just not as simple as saying there's no mind or there's no outside. Saying there's no outside is just the same as saying there is an outside. Where you want to be is somewhere in the middle. Anyway, that's it. I've got nothing else to waffle on about. Thanks so much for listening.